What's up guys, Roger with Vantage Home Loans back again, and I'm going to talk about the best loan programs that you need to be aware of for 2022. All right, so we're going to cover in this video the programs that you need to be aware of, whether you're a W-2 employee, a business owner, or even if you're an investor and you don't have income, you don't have tax returns. I'm gonna cover the loan programs that you may qualify for. Again, I'm gonna cover the whole spectrum from a W-2 employee to someone who has no income, to business owner, to someone who has $1 million in the bank, or crypto, right? If you have $1 million, $2 million in crypto, but you have no job, no income, I'm gonna cover the loan that works for you. All right, so let's start off with a conventional loan. A conventional loan is someone who has verified income, right? So that's someone who is a W-2 employee or has a business that has a solid net income. So the people who fall into that category, nurses, doctors, W-2 physicians, engineers, software engineers. You work for the county, the city, or the state, and you have a W-2, you have a paycheck every 2 weeks, W-2 where taxes are taken out. This is the program for you. So when you are a W-2 employee, you're going for a conventional loan, that's gonna get you the best rate of all the loan programs we're gonna talk about today. And basically, as of today, the recording of this video, the rate you would qualify for based on a 720 credit score, the rates today are around 3.25%. Okay, so they've gone up a little bit over the past year, but in the big picture, look back 5, 10, 20 years ago, 3.25 is still an outstanding interest rate. So if you're a W-2 employee, get in the real estate market today because you can't beat that rate. You're probably gonna pay more to rent than your actual mortgage. That's the first program. So another thing that you need to be aware of is the loan limits in the county that you are buying a house, okay? So I'm gonna put a link in the description on the loan limits in the county you're looking to buy. So just for an example, let's use LA County. In LA County, they raised the loan limit. So the conventional loan that I just talked about is gonna go up to $970,000. Okay, that's a maximum loan you can get for a conventional loan with 5% down. So essentially, as of today, you can buy $1 million home with only 5% down. Obviously, you need the verified income to support that payment, and you need the 5%, you need a decent credit score, but that's the state of the real estate market. So if you've gotten into the real estate market, congratulations, because home prices are going up. If you haven't, don't worry. Home prices are going to continue to go up for the next 3 to 5 years. It's a very, very simple supply and demand issue right now. There's way too much demand, way too little supply. So you're not too late. If you're already looking like, oh my God, houses are $1 million, guess what? They're going to be 1.2 to 1.4 or 1.5 in the next few years. So get in now. Okay, the second program that we're going to talk about is for business owners. So if you're a one-person business, so you could be any one-person business. You could be a massage therapist, a tour guide. You could be any kind of one-person business. You could be a single gardener, single plumber, whatever, electrician, handyman, anything where you're a one-person business, this program is for you. So the bank statement program, basically they don't care about your tax return. They're just gonna look at the deposits in your bank account. So let's say I have a business, I deposit $20,000 a month into my bank account. The bank will take a portion of those deposits and use that as your income. So they're gonna look at the last 12 to 24 months. So if you're a business owner, let's say you're a newer business, the way it works is if you're a business owner, you write everything off of your tax return. Right? So you make 150, 200, 300,000. You have a lot of write-offs. It's hard to qualify for a loan until now. Now you could get the bank statement loan. The bank's just going to look at the deposits in your bank account. Again, the minimum credit score is 720 and the minimum down payment is 10%. What's the interest rate for these bank statement loans? Well, it's going to vary. On the low range, you're looking at a 4.1. On the higher range, you're looking at 4.7, 4.8. Okay, so yes, it's higher than a conventional loan, but guess what? You could at least still get a loan. At least you could still buy a house with this program. I personally use this program on my last home purchase because we bought a really expensive home. I didn't have the net income to qualify, so we used the bank statement loan. And this loan program can work for your primary residence, second home, or an investment. Okay, so even if you're looking to buy an investment property, you can use this program to qualify. All right, so next loan program, where are my investors at? Give me a like or type investor in the chat box because I know there's a lot of you out there. And the good news is now you can get a loan if you're an investor with no income, okay? So the program, it's called the Debt service coverage ratio, or DSCR. Basically, in simple terms, what it means is it's a loan based on that property. And does the rent for that property cover the mortgage? Okay, so this can only be used for an investment purchase, right? So you can't buy an investor loan if you're gonna live there, because then it's not an investment. It can only be used as an investment loan. All the bank cares about is they're gonna do something like an appraisal, right? So when you buy a house, they come out and say, hey, this house, based on other homes that have sold in the area, is worth X amount. They do the same thing for rent. How much rent are you gonna receive on this property? If the rent you're gonna receive, $1, is higher than the mortgage payment, you qualify for this loan. The minimum down payment is 20%. You need a 720 credit score, so you need a little bit more of a down payment. You also need some reserves. The bank wants to see at least 6 months of reserves in case you buy this investment property and you are in between tenants or the house is not rented. So again, if you're looking to buy an Airbnb, right? So all the people like the Airbnb is the craze right now. We just got an Airbnb, it's doing really well. So if you want to buy an Airbnb, you don't have the income, this is the loan for you. As long as the rent covers the mortgage, you qualify, right? So very simple. You do need a higher down payment and you need reserves, but still a great program for those of you investors out there. Okay, so the range for the interest rate for the investor loan is gonna be between 4.2 to 4.9%. All right, so this last program that I'm gonna discuss is probably gonna be geared towards my crypto investors. All my crypto people out there who have killed it in the last couple years, congratulations, first and foremost. Very happy for you guys. Now, this last loan is for people who have a bunch of money, whether it's in a checking, savings, or crypto. Let's say you have $1 million or $2 million or more, 5, 10 million, whatever the case. You have that money just sitting in a bank account or sitting in your Coinbase and you wanna buy a house. What the bank does is they take that amount, right? Let's say you have $2 million. They divide that number by 60, that's your income. So 60 for 60 months. So basically they want to make sure you have enough money to cover the mortgage for the next 5 years. So this loan program is called the asset depletion program. Basically they're just saying, hey, you're gonna use your savings to make the mortgage payment for the next 5 years. After 5 years, we don't know what's gonna happen and the bank doesn't care. But most people might sell or refinance. You can figure it out in 5 years. But basically you take your assets, you take your Bitcoin, right? You got 2 million in Bitcoin. Let's do some quick math. Divided by 60 months, you have 33,000 in monthly income. And your total debt on the house can be 50% of that. So you can have a mortgage payment of $15,000, $16,000 if you got 2 million in your Coinbase account. If you have 1 million, it's gonna be half of that, so on and so forth. So you can do your own research on that. But essentially the asset program, you're looking at, again, 720 score, 10% down, and your rate's gonna be between 4.2 to 4.9%. So my crypto people, that's gonna be the loan program that you wanna go for. You don't have a job, you don't have income. You're just sitting back watching that crypto accumulate and appreciate, double, triple, 10x, whatever, Shiba Inu, whatever you're invested in. That's the program that you want to utilize. So that's it. Those are the top programs that you should know for 2022. And if you have any questions, leave a question in the comment box. Happy to be of service to you guys. Let me know what you're curious about, what your situation is. Are you looking to buy in real estate? Are we in a real estate bubble? I personally don't think so, but let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, you learned something new and I brought some value, please subscribe and like, and I'll see you guys on the next one.